Have you ever held a fallen autumn leaf in your hand and just wondered? It's easy to see the beautiful colors, the reds, the oranges, the yellows. But what if I told you that within this single, fragile leaf, there's a hidden world teeming with life, drama, and incredible science? Today, we're going on a journey, not just into the forest, but deep inside one of these autumn jewels. Let's uncover the secrets that lie within. First, let's talk about that spectacular color change. It's not magic, it's chemistry. Throughout spring and summer, leaves are green because of a pigment called chlorophyll. Think of chlorophyll as a tiny solar panel, capturing sunlight and turning it into energy for the tree. It is so dominant that it masks all the other colors that are already present in the leaf. But as autumn arrives, the days get shorter and the nights get colder. This is a signal for the tree to prepare for winter. The tree starts to break down the chlorophyll, and as the green fades away, the other pigments, which were there all along, finally get their moment to shine. The yellows and oranges you see, those are from pigments called carotenoids, the same stuff that makes carrots orange and corn yellow. They've been patiently waiting in the background all year. But what about the brilliant reds and purples? Those are a bit different. They are created by pigments called anthocyanins. Unlike the carotenoids, these are made fresh in the autumn. Why would a tree spend energy making new pigments just as it is about to drop its leaves? Scientists believe these red pigments act like sunscreen. They protect the leaf from sun damage as it continues to send valuable nutrients back to the main tree trunk for winter storage. It's the tree's final, protective act for its precious resources. So, that vibrant red leaf isn't just pretty. It's a sign of a tree working hard to recycle and survive. Each color tells a different story of preparation and preservation. Now, let's shrink down and imagine we're walking on the surface of this leaf. To us, it might look smooth, but at a microscopic level, it's a rugged landscape of hills and valleys. This terrain is the perfect home for a vast community of microorganisms. We're talking about bacteria, fungi, and yeasts, all living together in a complex ecosystem called the phyllosphere. That's a fancy word for the surface of a leaf. Millions, even billions, of these tiny life forms can exist on a single leaf. They're not just passive riders, they're active participants. Some bacteria help protect the leaf from harmful pathogens, acting like a microscopic security team. Others might help in breaking down pollutants from the air. And it's not just microbes. If you look closely, you might see tiny channels and tunnels carved into the leaf. These are the work of leaf miners. Leaf miners are the larvae of various insects like moths, flies, and beetles. The adult insect lays its eggs on the leaf, and when the larva hatches, it burrows inside, eating the soft tissue between the leaf's upper and lower surfaces. It's a safe, all-you-can-eat buffet. As the larva zigzags its way through the leaf, it leaves behind a distinctive trail, a visible map of its journey. It's a 5-star hotel and a restaurant, all rolled into one, providing shelter and sustenance. Each pattern you see tells the story of a tiny creature's life, lived out entirely within the thin walls of a leaf. But the story doesn't end when the leaf falls to the ground. In fact, a whole new chapter begins. Once on the forest floor, the leaf joins a thick blanket of its fallen comrades, creating what's called the leaf litter. This layer is one of the most vital components of a healthy forest. It's a refuge, a pantry, and a nursery for an incredible diversity of life. The fallen leaf becomes a home for creatures like springtails, mites, millipedes, centipedes, and earthworms. These organisms are the forest's cleanup crew. They are decomposers, and their job is to break down the tough leaf material. As they munch away, they are shredding the leaf into smaller and smaller pieces, kickstarting the process of decomposition. This isn't just about getting rid of waste, it's about recycling life itself. Think of an earthworm pulling a leaf down into its burrow. It's not just eating a meal. It's aerating the soil and enriching it with nutrients. Or consider the humble springtail, a tiny, insect-like creature that catapults itself through the leaf litter. It feeds on decaying plant matter and fungi, helping to fragment the leaves so that even smaller organisms, like bacteria and fungi, can take over. These fungi are the master decomposers. They extend their thread like hyphae throughout the leaf, releasing powerful enzymes that can break down even the toughest components, like cellulose and lignin, which are the woody parts of the leaf structure. This process releases all the nutrients that were stored in the leaf nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium back into the soil. It's a slow, methodical process of giving back. And what happens to those nutrients? They don't just disappear. They are absorbed by the roots of the very trees that dropped the leaves in the first place, as well as by all the other plants in the forest. It's a perfect, closed-loop system. The tree invests energy into its leaves all summer, carefully retracts what it can in the fall, and then, after the leaf has served as a home and food source on the forest floor, its fundamental building blocks are returned to the soil to fuel new growth the following spring. So that single autumn leaf is a critical link in the forest's circle of life. It's a vessel that carries energy from the sun to the tree to a world of tiny creatures, and finally, back to the soil to start the cycle all over again. Even the water that trickles through the leaf litter is transformed. As it passes over and through the decaying leaves, it picks up dissolved organic matter, creating a nutrient-rich tea that nourishes the entire forest floor. This process also helps filter the water, improving its quality as it makes its way into streams and rivers. So the health of our forests, and even our waterways, depends on this humble layer of fallen leaves. It's a sponge that holds moisture, a blanket that insulates the soil from extreme temperatures, and a pantry that feeds an entire ecosystem. When we rake up all the leaves in our yards, we're essentially removing the engine room of our local ecosystem. So, the next time you're out for a walk on a crisp autumn day and you see a carpet of colorful leaves, I hope you'll see it a little differently. Don't just see a pile of leaves. See a chemical masterpiece, a microscopic metropolis, a nursery for insects, and the foundation of a vibrant food web. Pick one up. Look at the colors and imagine the chlorophyll fading away to reveal the brilliant yellows and reds. Look for the tiny trails of a leaf miner's journey. Think about the billions of bacteria and fungi clinging to its surface. And as you place it back on the ground, remember the vital role it's about to play in nourishing the forest floor, feeding countless creatures, and returning its life-giving nutrients back to the earth. That one leaf in your hand isn't just a sign that winter is coming. It's a promise of new life, a symbol of connection, and a perfect example of nature's incredible, unending cycle. Thank you so much for joining me on this microscopic safari today. If you enjoyed uncovering this hidden world, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more journeys into the wonders of nature. Let me know in the comments what other natural phenomena you'd like to explore. Until next time, stay curious.